Gil, what time is it?
Himalaya time.
Himalaya time. The podcast world is growing bigger every day, and Himalaya wants to help you navigate it. Himalaya is a brand new podcast app where you can find every single podcast you love, like the No Chill podcast, and some future favorites. If you're a podcaster or a fan, Himalaya has your back. Discover personally curated playlists and show your favorite podcasters, like us, some love with Himalaya's tip jar. It's free, it's the easiest to use, and they're adding cool new features every day. Go to your app store, download the Himalaya app, Himalaya. I was going to wait for you to finish that.
Finish what?
I lobbed it up to you.
You didn't lob it up to nothing.
You're reading it right here. You can see it right here.
You have not memorized this at all.
No.
I can see that.
Sticking to the script.
Sticking to the script.
And don't forget to follow the No Chill podcast.
The No Chill podcast, baby.
Himalaya. On this episode of the No Chill podcast, second-year Laker guard Josh Hart is in studio. Josh has adapted to life in LA, playing for the Lake Show, and he has a special connection to Agent Zero. As a kid growing up in Maryland, he watched and learned as Gilbert was in his prime in DC. Now Josh is all grown up, and with a national championship under his belt and some seasoning in the NBA, he's showing just how well-adjusted he is. For that kid from Silver Spring, he's now getting some tutelage from the player he looked up to. For Gilbert, he studied Josh's game and points to how he should apply a certain type of mindset for Season 3 and beyond. It's a big-time episode of the No Chill podcast. As always, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, but you can get us early on the Himalaya app. Download and subscribe today, and be sure to check out the No Chill channel on YouTube. All right. So, Gil, we have a Maryland native,
yes,
current LA resident, Josh Hart, here on the podcast.
Thank you for
What's
coming.
up, man? Appreciate you.
So I actually, first thing we got to ask you right off the bat, you were a young kid coming up, you got introduced to basketball. This guy was in your backyard killing it. When were you a fan of Gilbert Arenas? What age, and what was your first impression of him?
Probably like 10 or 11, I probably would say. And he was just getting buckets. And I was just like, he's 6'4", 6'5", just offensively just talented. So obviously, when you're a kid, all you do is watch scoring. You don't care about defense at all. So I mean, that's all I was watching. I was just like, you know what, my man can get a bucket, and that was just my first impression. I was just like,
when you were playing, did they still have run and shoot?
Yeah, they had to run and shoot. I think they switched it, then they had it again. It was and then we just called it the old run and shoot. But
okay, yeah,
I forgot what the name of
it. When I first got there, that's what it was.
And like Upper Marlboro area. Yeah.
It was the run
We'd
and
have
shoot.
all the tournaments there, do all that. Yeah, we had the old run and shoot, man. I think it's still open right now. But that was the spot to go get the good runs in, tournaments, all that.
Who else was in your era of? Was Josh Shelby?
Nah, Josh Shelby was like what?
So he was
4 years older.
4 years, okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years older than me.
Oladipo.
Oladipo was like 2 years older. So I had like guys that made it like that's in the league now from my age group. I don't even know. I can't remember. I don't know one besides me.
Yes, what's so funny is that Maryland, Virginia, mostly Maryland, D.C. and Baltimore, they have a lot of
that list
NBA players coming from
Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay, Melo, Josh Oladipo,
Jeremy Grant.
Yep,
like Jeremy Grant was like a year older than me.
Dante Green came through.
Dante Green.
Jeff Green, right?
Jeff Green.
Yeah, Jeff Green too.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Roy Hibbert.
That little area is just. I don't know what.
Yeah, we had
It's popping through
It's
there.
A basketball hotbed. It's part of the culture.
That's just so funny. It's like that little area. Then you have Chicago kids. Then obviously the California kids, and then you have a sprinkle of everyone else.
New York,
New York switched to that's like New Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah. A lot of people go to New Jersey, like Roman Catholic and all that.
New York.
Yeah, I did a story on that about the playground game in New York is dead.
It's not
the leagues
now.
come through and AAU, and if you're gonna play ball, it becomes organized real quick. But the other thing, first of all, Josh gave you like 2. He said 6'5", Give you.
He gave me a couple.
I gave you
gave me a couple
love.
hints.
Yeah, I gave you love on it.
You know, but it helps him. Like, at least 6'5", at least 6'6" now.
But yeah, you take it.
I'm gonna take it.
The funny thing is, when you're playing, do you think of those little kids watching you? Because you're still sort of a kid yourself. You're young, and you're around like your era. So if you're say like 20 years old, you're thinking of like a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking of like.
No, you never. You know what's so funny is you never think about like 10 and like you don't think about it because the thought process of where you are now, you don't think about the next generation of kids. So it's kind of funny how when you have LeBron taking pictures with all these little kids, and then they're in the NBA now, and it's like,
I wasn't thinking about it before.
That's weird to think about. You're battling the guy you took a picture with 10 years ago, and y'all are going head to head for as the greatest.
I had a picture of, I went to the LeBron James Skills Academy, so I was at the camp. He'll take pictures with all the dudes. So it's like I had a picture with Bron like 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I had a picture of him. I had like this like fro hawk, and we had like little LeBron James polo on. That he took a picture with him, and yeah, that was like 7 years ago. Like he's not thinking about that.
But you play with guys not just in a game, or like when you first did you play with LeBron before he was a teammate?
Yeah, I played with him
summer run.
I played with played against him just my rookie year. That was
right.
when we.
But had you played against him in a summer run or?
Nah, not really. I don't really play like all the summer runs out here just because. I mean, for me, I like if I'm gonna go hoop, I'm gonna play hard. You know what I mean? So it's like. In the summer, dudes ain't be trying to do all that. So like that's how I'm like a little. I'm a junkyard dog. So a lot of dudes don't like doing that in the summer. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just pick up somewhere where I know is gonna be competitive and etc.
Who was the guy though when you saw him? Like, man, I got to go against this guy right now. I grew up watching him where he was. I looked up to him.
Just in pickup or just
in the season.
D Wade. That was my big one. That was my first career start too. Was in Cleveland my rookie year, and it was going against D Wade and Bron and all them. And I was just like, damn. That was one of my favorite players growing up. I was like, dang, I'm like this about to be my first start too. It was crazy. I had a double. We lost. It was a close game. I was mad we lost, but you know that feeling is like, that's my first start. I balled out a little bit. You know? So I was kind of hype about it. But no, that was like the first time I really was like hooping.
Yeah, I got scared of my first one.
Is it Jordan?
No, I bust his ass.
It was
the.
I mean,
it was the lake. So it was the lake. So my first experience, I'm in LA. Kobe is all I looked up to, bro. And I had the little mini fro in high school. And I remember when he broke his hand, he broke his hand in Venice Beach. I went the next week, broke my hand. So I'm like, I'm like, Kobe, baby. I know I'm making it to the league. Like that was that's what I really believe because I broke my hand, I was making it to the league because Kobe did it. Mm-hmm. So with Golden State, I don't know if they still do it, but every other year, their training camp is in Hawaii. So, and they played against the Lakers, and that was their matchup. So the Lakers just won. They was coming off the champs. We're in Hawaii. The Lakers is there. You got Shaq, you got Kobe. You got like Lisa Leslie. You got like all the superstars. So in warm-ups, I'm on 10. Like I thought I was Vince. In my mind, I'm competing with Jason Richardson as the best dunker on the team. Like I'm pretty sure I wasn't that high, but in my mind, with the crowd going, I looked like I was doing some shit. Like the last 3 minutes of the game, get in. Like, oh, my time. Yeah. What's happening? Like how you look at the bench? Yo, get it. But first play, got a steal. And in my mind, about to jump from the free throw line. Yeah, I'm about to take off from the free throw. Like it was one of those jumps and you barely hit the rim. Yeah. The whole crowd booed. like literally booed me. Like Because I guess what I was doing kind of looked better than what I did on the fast break. But I just got in from sitting the whole time.
You sat down. You cold.
Then the next play came off the pick and roll, and Robert Horry jumped out on me. I freaked out and just fell. I was like, ah! It just fell. I was so shocked and the whole bench, Shaq and them laughed.
Laughing,
like I'm just laying there like, oh man, I'm embarrassed. This is the most embarrassing thing. I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think I'm ready for this. And I didn't get over that fear until it was the Lakers. I didn't get over the fear until Chick Hearns did the game. Chick Hearns did the game because Chick Hearns used to come to my high school games because he lived around the corner from my high school. So he was, oh, well, hi Gil, how you doing? Mm-hmm. I used to come to your games, but boom, I'm doing it. I'm doing the game tonight. So no matter what shot you make, I'm gonna make it sound good. So it gave me like, oh yeah, I got somebody on my side. I had 7.
But it felt like 27.
He put it out there like, 27. He was popping.
7. Yes.
Is it fear though? You just have to get over it real quick. Like you really can't focus on it.
Nah, you can't. But when you're a rookie, it's harder to. It's harder to, especially when like you going against someone and they bust your ass, or you do like some dumb shit. Like you just sitting there like, damn, I ain't gonna get over this before. Man. Like that's how it is. Like, you could probably say like year 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just like you do something, all right, whatever. But your rookie year, when your first couple times, it's like, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna get over this one. Yeah. That's how it is. At least for rookie years.
Yeah, because remember your rookie season, you've been watching these guys since you were little. So all you know is greatness. You don't know the flaws.
Yeah.
You don't know any of that at that point. So when you match up with this guy, you have 2 mentalities. Like, I'm gonna be the person that shut his ass down. You get your ass busted.
Yeah.
You get your ass busted. Or you're timid. Because what he's shown, like LeBron blocking, Iguodala off the, like you've seen all those highlights and they just all rush and it kind of just like, oh shit.
And you're timid.
When I go for a layup, when I'm going for a layup, I know he's about to pull an Iggy on me. And you just like trick it off just because what you see him do. Yeah. So you get in your head, and then once you start seeing flaws or you went in and did something, like, oh.
Yeah, you get a little confidence. Yeah, you be a little hype.
That's what you need.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was,
Yeah.
And then eventually you start building your confidence.
Yeah, you need to get to that point of confidence. But also, as a veteran, you want that rookie on you because you know that it's happening so fast for him.
Oh, I remember when I used to play against Chris Paul, when Chris Paul first came in. And I used to, just like, veterans in the summer, they're not really going hard.
Yeah.
So his trainer, Edon, he knew I was still, working out every day. Wasn't in shape, but I was still, like, working. So he wanted Chris Paul to go against a guard. So I was like, all right.
He did my pre-draft. He told me about this.
Oh, yeah, so I'm sizing, I'm sizing, like, how you watching him going, like, all right, he's gonna be all right. So let me go ahead and size him up today. This ain't gonna be no real workout. So we're battling, we're really battling. He didn't win no games.
If you hear he died, he died gonna be like, yeah, he busted your ass.
He didn't win nothing.
He didn't win, but I thought he told me this story. Chris did as well too. He went up on you.
He didn't win nothing. Little feisty man. Okay, you see how he plays now? Like, throw the elbow when I hit him. He was trying to play. He showed the character, okay, he doesn't give up.
Yeah.
So, he doesn't give up. All right, cool. Regular season comes, I already know every bad habit he has. 40, 42, 40. I torched him. I was torturing him my first year, all because of that workout.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I got something
for his ass.
Because also, you think for him, that young player, they're just so happy to meet you and see you, and then you say, "Oh."
No, you have some young players that got that chip.
Yeah.
They already have the advantage over the rest because they have a chip. Like the player that really comes in and really just takes off is usually guys who feel they got snubbed. You know, guys who got snubbed, guys who's came from the bottom and they're working their way up. Because what ends up happening is through high school, through rankings, like the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, they had to go against that and say, man, fuck all this ranking shit. I got to bust their ass. Yeah. And just went. Same thing in college. You know, they have to. So once they get to the NBA and they feel that, like, all right, this is, they did it again to me. Just mostly it's just anger and determination that's already there. So all that fear of who's in front of them just goes out of the window.
But even with Kobe, if you're at the top of the mountain, that becomes insecurity. Like, I don't know, this guy's looking over my shoulder watching me at all times. I got to be better than whoever that is. If I'm training or if I'm not training, somebody else is.
Yes, you know, NBA is just like, I guess, just sports, period. You can only see the guys that's in the league.
Yeah.
The concept of I averaged 29 a game, that some kid in college that averaged 16 in college is a threat to me next year.
Yeah.
That does not register to you.
Mm-mm.
You know, you don't really think someone in 2 years, like 2 years from now, he can actually take my spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be at your neck. Nah. Like, even that's how I think now. It's like, I don't know nobody in college. I'm just like we got a, you know, top 4 pick. You know, we say we draft a guard, so I'm not gonna be like, oh man, it's gonna. I'm gonna just go bust his little dude's spot. You know what I mean? Like, bust his ass. Like, that's, you don't, like, you think about the dude that's in the league, but you don't never think about, like, oh yeah, this lottery picks to come in next year and go be like, nah, you don't think about that. It's really just dudes you see in the league, and it's like, I don't know. For me, I don't really be thinking about that many other people. I'll just be like, I'm gonna just go do what I do, and then just keep it moving and see how things go. But
like, it's crazy because I was looking at Dame Leonard's stats, and I don't care what point guard, what team he went to.
Mm-hmm.
He literally was fighting for. He was literally at someone's neck on that position. Like, he averaged 19 his first year. Like how many guards, point guards right now are averaging 19?
Yeah, and point guards too.
That's the
hardest position.
Then your second year, he's an all-star. Like,
no, you don't see that.
Yeah, that's what I said. You don't see these guys. Like, that's what I said. You don't see Mitchell.
Yeah, but
it's usually,
he's the only
one.
one.
It's usually the older that junior, that senior that's coming in. You don't see their talent. You know, because you got to remember, like Mitchell, he comes in, averages 20 his rookie season. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, it took me 3 years to get to that. You know what I mean? So he's ready now. You know, and that's the thing that you don't really grasp. You don't grasp these young guys being ready at your position already. So it's like one of those things where it's like training for an NBA player. Nah, I got to train for that kid in college because he has more free range in his ability because he's not getting systemized by, you know, a coaching staff. You know what I mean? Like, right now, you probably train for how you play in that system. You know, compared to just going.
But I mean, that was like the biggest thing with me last year. Was like, I trained for what I thought was gonna be my role, but then we got Bron, and then it was like my summer work. It was just kind of like, that's what I did. But it switched up. Now it's like, you go in, you know, thinking you're gonna be more, you know, take more of a role of being more of a playmaker or a decision maker or something like that. You know, handle the ball a little bit more to being just a shooter or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like. So now that's the biggest thing for me. I'm just like, we just got our new coach. You know, I talked to him, and I'm going to talk to him again. I'm like, yo, what do you think my role is going to be? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can, you know, it don't matter what you do in a workout. Because if you can be a dog working out the whole summer, But then you get put in a role, and it's just like, all right, just stand in that corner and knock it down. Like, it don't matter what you did before in the summer because you don't get to show it. You know what I mean? So it's really just whatever you think your role is going to be or whatever your role is, that's what you work out in the summer.
You know, it's so funny. Someone told me this a long time ago. I was going into college. His name was Tony Bland. He was the number one. He wasn't in my class. He was above. He was a number one point guard. He was more like that Magic Johnson flashy style. Like he was a pure point. Like, yeah. He ended up going to Syracuse, and he had to sit behind Jason Hart, who was a point guard too. So they had to move him to the 2. He told me, he said, whatever your game is, do your game. Play your style. Because what ends up happening is coaches don't know what they want. They have an idea, but they really don't know what they want. You have to show them. So if you say, all right, coach, what's my role? He'll give you a role, but it might not even fit you. Because he doesn't even know your style. He doesn't even know your game. He doesn't even know your antics. He doesn't know none of it. He's just giving you a style of, okay, 6'5", you look like a defensive player, you can shoot a little bit. Okay, this is what I want you to do. And you're like, wait a minute, I can do a little more than that. I can do a little bit more than that. So it's like, so he was like, however you play in a game, do that in practice. He said, listen, because I played against him, scored like 40-something. He said, they're going to try to put you as a pure point. If that's not your style, don't do it. You go in there and you let it fly. If you shoot every time you touch it in practice, shoot it. Because when he puts you in. But
now he knows what he's going to
do. He's putting you in knowing what you're doing. But if he thinks you're this, I'm going to give the team, and then you get in the game, and you got 3 open shots, and you take it.
It's
now he's like,
hold on, what's he doing?
What are you doing? Oh, no, come out.
Come sit your ass right here.
That's what I said. So right now, it's more about your style and let him adjust to you more than you adjusting to him.
Yeah.
And I just always believe that if you're a coach, look, players make coaches better. Because, the more talent the players are putting on, the more relief a coach gets from making, calls.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. It's great players make coaches better. It's.
And also, there's situations where coaches want to change up the lineup, or they look to the bench. I need a bucket right now, and you want them to have confidence in you. So when they're going to call your number, they're going to give you that shot. You're going to deliver.
Yeah, so funny. Like I don't know if you heard the podcast, like when the season first started, and I was like, the team was struggling, and I'm like, your lineup is wrong. Your lineup is wrong. And I said it should put Josh in at the point because he will play better with LeBron because LeBron is a point guard. Yeah. And no one wants to admit it. Like, if Magic Johnson was a point guard, LeBron's a point guard.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means if you look at all of his teams, the guards who played the guard position was either defensive players, charmers, or scorers. Flat out scorers.
Yeah.
So you had the Mo Williams, you had the Boobie Gibsons, you had Red with Delonte West, Bibby. Just shoot the ball. Let him play the point and do what he does. You focus on scoring and scoring. If you look at Kyrie, his best year.
Go get a bucket.
was just go get a bucket. And he averaged 6 assists with go get a bucket. So it's like, so when I was looking at the lineup, I was like, the best lineup is this group. And then let Lance Stevenson, Raja, and all, let them figure that passing and speeding the game up off the bench. Because remember, the Lakers has always been built off a faster second unit. Like, you remember the year, like it was Steve Blake, Shannon Brown. They had like 3 little guards, and they would just go up and down the court where when we played them, coach had to actually sub me out. Because it was like, I'm like, oh, we're in a penalty. Oh, I'm about to murk these 2 little, I'm about to just go and what they ended up doing, they kept speeding the game up, actually getting me more tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, just get me down. Just get me down. I'm going to wait till Derek Fisher get back in. I'm going to wait till Derek Fisher get back in because by time, like if I took a 2-minute rest, now that 2 minute turned into a 5 minutes because they just wore my ass out. That's what Golden State did. Their second unit is that speed dimming unit.
Yeah.
So I said that'd be better with the way Lonzo plays the game or Zoe plays the game. They speed it up. So it's like they should change players, and it's better unit.
That's what it was. Because our team, how it was built, I understood the concept of it, but it was just so the chemistry was just so different. Just because you had so many dudes that are ball dominant, you know what I mean? You had Zoe, you had Rondo, you had Lance, you had Bron. So it's like just those four right there. Like, Bron's gonna have the ball and he's gonna play 35 minutes, just on the lighter, so 35 minutes. So it's like, all right, so you have that. So then if you have to play the other guys, you don't have the spacing around it, and then it's just kind of like you can't. It was so weird just because we had playmaking, but it wasn't enough plays to be made. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like that was like our.
Yeah, too many playmakers and not enough just makers.
Yeah.
In a sense where that's why I said when I looked at the starting unit, it was like, okay, I know the starting unit. The second unit is like, well, if you need pure shooting, you can use Rondo and Zoe together with Lance and just let it be like a three little combo and just make them go up and down, wasting time. And, but as the starting unit, I thought they had a better starting unit if they just went with the scoring unit since LeBron was a point. But it was like I think they were trying to offset, Zoe and Rondo.
Yeah.
Not realizing, just play them together. Who cares? Like, just play them together.
Yeah.
who care? Like, it's just, but that's what I said. Coaches coach from paper.
Yeah.
And not actual thought.
Said that a few times.
Yeah. Because that's what they do. They be sitting like,
yeah, they look at the numbers, they look at the stats,
yeah. All right, sub Josh. And you're like, damn, I just hit 5 straight buckets with these subbing before. Because they sitting there looking at the time, I was 3:01, let me go ahead and like.
Yeah, he's been in for 9 minutes in a row. Coach, I got 14 in this 9 minutes. Now we got something out.
You got something out. You look
right
tired.
now.
Yeah. The 9 minutes, see you tired. Like, they really do that.
The other thing, too, was so much change for you guys from your first season to this season, right? You were actually a lot of youth.
Yeah.
And so now you have these veterans in, and you had so much more freedom, it feels like, right? When it's a younger group, and we just want to roll it out there and see what you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, our first year, it was just kind of like, all right, go out there and hoop, you know what I mean? And just kind of show what you can do. And, we had some injuries then too, our first year too. But like we was able to just go out there and just hoop and not be worried about all the extracurricular, stuff that's just on outside noise. So we was just go out there and hoop. So then it's like, all right, we do that, cool. Then it started the summer, like I said, you start working out, you start just trying to, get better at your game, do the stuff that you think you're going to be doing the next season. But then you get some of the older guys, and it's in the first year, it's like, all right, we got a good young core, just have them develop, we're going to win in a couple years. And then you get Bron, then you get Doe, JaVale, Lance, Easy, Michael Beasley. And then it's like, all right, we got to win now. So it was just so different in the process of that, just because it was just like I understand. Me, I love when I won the national championship in college. I love winning. That's all I'm about. But it's like it's hard to you can't just flip a switch, especially when guys are 19, 20. I was the oldest one of the young core. I am the oldest one of the young. I'm 24. I mean, Zoe just turned 21. Bi is 21. Kuz is 20. Just turned 24. So it's like we all 1 year in. You got guys that can't even legally take a shot yet, and now it's like, all right, we got to switch it. Now it's about right now. So I think that was like the hardest part for us, because it was like, all right, we can go out there, hoop, and just kind of show, promise, show what we can do. And then it's like, all right, the whole roster is different. Now it's like, win now. And now it's like, you can't just go out there and hoop. It's like, you got to play this specific role. And I think that was just, for the young guys, it was just so different.
Yeah, because you have young group who's trying to establish themselves, learn, because that's the only way you get better is by learning, just going out there, playing through mistakes,
you have
and
to have the
understanding,
repetition about it.
you know. And then what ends up happening is you have an older group that's demanding wins.
Yeah.
Right. So now you got this young group who's like, I still need a little bit more time to figure this out. So now what ends up happening is like, well, if to play with them, I got to put a leash back on. So let me go ahead and put this leash on because I got to actually just, you know, take off the gas.
Yeah, now you got to
go to speed limit. Now you got to,
That's how,
do I supposed to take this shot? Don't I? Do I supposed to make, like, it takes away all the freedom because the pressure of winning.
Yeah.
And it should have been said, you know, but when LeBron comes, and he came, the assumption of winning a championship was already there.
Yeah.
And I think it was unfair for all of it. Like, it was like if you'd have got LeBron and then you wouldn't have brung in Lance or Rondo, you could have played 1 year of everyone, you know, trying to build. But I think, you know, just to try to appease, you know, LeBron's legacy, you had to bring in veterans.
Yeah.
You know, and it does hurt the younger core. It does hurt. But, you know, like, if you look at the Lakers' past, it's hard to really like say, all right, young guys, we're going to build for the future, because they've never done it.
Yeah, never.
Not one player since Bynum. That the Lakers actually kept 4 years and signed. Yeah. All their other picks, they get rid of them. Like, it's like they keep that one player that they think, okay, he has something special. We're gonna keep him. Right now, that looks like it's Ingram, 21, third year. This year they could pay him an extension. If I'm them, I wouldn't. Not because I don't want him. Like, I'm gonna keep him. It's one of those, like, I have this money, I can give it to him, or I can go see what I can get out there
on the market.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I can use this money for. If he ends up becoming a stud, I have to bite the bullet next year. I'm not going to bite it this year because I don't have to. You know, so if I have to pay him this year, it's like 120, 150, 125. Next year, 175 if he turns into an all-star. I can live with that. Because that means he's really elevated his level for me to have to pay him.
But you have to have the money too, though. Yeah. If you sign, say you sign a Kyrie and say you just sign one. Say you say a Kyrie on a max. So it's like, all right, you got these. Then you're gonna have to try to get this one a max. So and then it's like, all right, you know, where's all the money gonna go? Then you got to have a whole bunch. Luckily, we got like a lot of young guys. I'll be on a rookie contract. Zoe still would be. Kuz still would be. But it's like then the next year it's like, all right, then you got Kuz is up, I'm up. Zoe's up, so it's like you just have that money aspect. It's like, all right, where's everything going to be coming from? Especially if you sign one or two big guys this year.
It comes from this city called Los Angeles.
That's true.
It's called the city of Los Angeles, and these Laker fans. Like, this is they print money over there. Don't let them fool you. They print money.
There you go, Josh. Keep that in mind.
Yeah,
what's so funny is,
true.
Don't let these billionaires pretend they're not making money. Literally, they doubled the salary before they opened their books.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the players, like, you know, we want to see what y'all making. Huh? What y'all making? You know, we're just gonna double what y'all make. We're gonna give y'all, like, we're gonna just give it to you. Like what? All right.
Yeah,
players don't care.
Yeah,
like, all right, yeah, take a little 225. Yeah. Not realizing, but they'd rather give us from 150 to 225 before they open their books.
Before they.
How much are these motherfuckers really making? Like, what? Like, what are they really making to give us this? Yeah, there you go. That's what I said. When they talk about the luxury tax and all that, it's like that's just the scape. That's just
the scapegoat.
It's more of a like teams like
small market teams.
So it's for the small market teams. It's not for that's what I said. This doesn't affect everyone. It's the small market teams where if every player jumped up to 235, this and this, how can they afford them if their city ticket sales doesn't demand it? So like a city like Anthony Davis or you got Kimba. This city can't afford.
Yeah, can't do it.
They can't afford to pay Kimba $235, $205, like because his name doesn't bring
that money, doesn't bring the ticket sales
that money,
and all that, yeah.
and his value of stardom doesn't get back that player.
But I was gonna say, so LA has that. They've always done that. We bring in stars, right? They don't necessarily build.
What's so
young
funny
players.
is LA players just being LA can bring in a star. Like, and that's the weird thing. Like,
But you look at Oklahoma, Russ and PG, they're paying them. I mean, that's a small market.
okay, if you want to see the difference between Russ and an LA and New York star, he averaged a triple-double for the third year in a row, and they play like he don't even exist. He averaged a triple-double this year, and he didn't get one MVP vote.
But
The
so
guy, whoever
You're saying he doesn't exist, but like we all know who Russ is.
But we know him because we know him. But what I'm saying is, think about the theory. The second option, who averaged 29, was an MVP candidate, like the best player on the team. When the guy no one wants to pay it to averaged a triple-double. That's what smart market does to players. That's what a smart. Do you know Anthony Davis?
He won MVP there.
Anthony Davis doesn't actually have a shoe deal. Yeah, it's kind of.
He's not with Nike.
He's with Nike, but does he have a shoe
got a
deal?
shoe. Yeah, don't got a shoe.
I mean.
I was gonna say, but looking at it from the young player side of the table, not the ownership side, you're waiting. You want to get off that rookie deal, and you want to get that big contract.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
That was the
dumbest
one I really love. No, I just want to stay on the rookie deal.
But that's what you're saying. What you would do with Brandon? You wouldn't. You want to give him that extension, but you're gonna wait. He wants that big deal right away.
Yeah. But that's
So
what I'm
you
saying.
can
It's
play it like that, but
that's why fans got to start understanding and stop taking the owner side and understand that when it comes to loyalty, it's fans, players, bandwagon fans, parents, coaches.
Parents should.
Coaches
They should love you no matter what.
And then the owners are somewhere like on the back end.
Yeah.
Like it's a business for them.
Yeah.
They're gonna always make the business decision unless you have a personal relationship with the person who writes the check. Not the coach, not the general manager. The person who writes the check, unless you have that personal relationship with them so they can see you as a human being when they're getting ready to sign that check.
Yeah.
Because other than that, all they're doing is number crunching.
Yeah, it's just money.
It's just number crunching. But they're like, oh, Josh, yeah. What does he want? 58? Get it to him. That's my guy. You know, other than that, it's like 58. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, let me look at this number. Let me look at the stats.
That thought, Gil. We got to take a break to talk about LinkedIn. The right hire can make a huge impact on your business. So we have our camera guy, Steve. Huge impact on this podcast.
Yes.
A
What's
game
up,
changer,
Steve?
Right? So he's a valuable asset. Makes us look good. We need that. It's hard work to make us look good, actually. But it's so important to find the right person. Where do you find that individual? You can post a job board and hope to find the right person that fits your job. But think about it. How often do you hang out on job boards? Don't leave finding someone great to chance when you can post your job to a place where people go every day to make connections, grow their career, and discover job opportunities. That's LinkedIn. Most LinkedIn members haven't recently visited the top job boards, but 9 out of 10 members are open to new opportunities. And with 70% of the U.S. workforce on LinkedIn, posting on LinkedIn is the best way to get your job opportunity in front of more of the right people. People who are qualified for your role and ready for something new. It's the best way to find the person who will help you grow your business. And why a new hire is made every 10 seconds, it's on LinkedIn. So hurry to linkedin.com/nochill and get $50 off your first job post. That's linkedin.com/nochill to get $50 off your first job post just for us and for our fans. Terms and conditions apply. One more time if you need it, linkedin.com/no-chill. Start looking. So speaking of comebacks, we got our friends at Keeps back again.
Keeps.
And we know this. Losing your hair sucks. We don't have that problem, but 2 out of 3 guys will experience hair loss by the time they're 35. So we're introducing Keeps, the easiest and most affordable way to keep the hair you have. These FDA-approved products used to cost so much, but now, thanks to Keeps, they're finally inexpensive and easy to get. For 5 minutes, now just starting at $10 a month, you'll never have to worry about losing your hair again. Think about that. Getting started with Keeps is so easy. Sign up takes less than 5 minutes. Just answer a few questions and snap some photos of your hair. A licensed physician will review your information online and recommend the right treatment for you. Then it's shipped right to your door every 3 months. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair products out there. Some of you have probably tried them before, but you've probably never gotten them for this price. Keeps is only $10 to $35 a month, plus now you can get your first month free. That's one hell of a deal, I think. I don't know what you think, but it's one hell of a deal for getting to keep your hair. To receive your first month of treatment free, go to keeps.com/no-chill. That's KEEPS.com/no-chill. That's a free month of treatment at keeps.com/no-chill. Keeps, hair today, hair tomorrow. Now that's selling the shit out of me.
Yeah. Hey, low key, I be on their Instagram, and hey, they should be official. Motherfuckers be looking fucked up before they get to them, and then they be looking legit after. Though I ain't gonna lie.
From the outside looking in, you figure, okay, you got drafted, you're in the league, you're on the Lakers, cool. But that rookie deal, it's not big time NBA money.
No,
so you're just hungry to get off that.
I look at it like this: rookie deal, throw that out the window. That's just like an advance for college. Those next 4 years, it's like a college advance.
Unless you a 1 or 2 pick, 1 or 2 pick. Now you get
but still 1 or 2 pick.
9 your first year.
But still, you're still making 8, 9 to not even really max out. You gotta remember, in the lottery, this is real fact. In the lottery, only 2 of those players would turn into something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They will turn into maxing out. Other than that, everyone has to work their ass off. So it's like, no matter what my money scale is, yeah, I live a little bit better life than college, but it's just an extension. Okay, I got 2-3 more years to impress 30 teams. Not one team. 30
every time you go out, it's an audition.
Yeah, you're auditioning. Like I always, when I was training and I was going to the gym early, I always assumed the other team was watching. Someone's watching. There's a camera, someone's watching it. In practice, someone's watching it. In the games, watching. There's scouts. There's a scout scouting somewhere, scouting plays from another team. They're watching. So I'm auditioning every play, everything I'm doing, even on the bench. It's an audition. Like when I look at players today, and this is the only thing that irritates the shit out of me, is when someone scores and they're like shooting arrows and they're having this big old hype party on the bench. Like I was angry as fuck as a bench player. Like, I'm not clapping for shit you're doing. Like, I'm sorry. They ain't shit you, like, fuck that.
You're not paid to be a cheerleader.
I want your position. Yeah. I want your position. I don't want you to do good. Like, you miss. I'm like, fuck yeah. 2 more misses.
He missed 2 more.
2 more misses. I know I'm in. 2 turnovers. I know I'm in. So to sit there and celebrate and sit there and dance for him, I'm like, y'all don't want to get in? Like, y'all don't, like, I was literally like making sure the coach knew his flaws. Like, come on, dude, get back on defense. Like, damn, man, he keeps getting beat. Like, hey, tighten up. He keeps going left on you. Like, I was literally like,
but you would clap louder if you missed a shot. Like, oh, you got that next time.
But it was literally like you're literally like low key hating on the guy in front of you, or like if you're 15, like 12 and 13, like you're really like you've heard it before.
I know what you're talking about.
Damn, man, that's another shot. Come on, man, put your hands up. And that's how my game was. So to see everybody celebrate it, I was like, I guess they don't want to get off the bench.
That's a certain kind of mindset.
Josh, what do you think of this? It's a different type of mindset.
They're happy for their teammates.
Yeah.
What we were growing up.
You're cold-blooded.
Yeah. It's I think it's a little bit different. It's
a balance.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they're literally. No, that's what I'm saying. They're more into the game. Like that's what I said. It's more teamed. Like we're happy no matter what. We're happy for each other. Uh-huh. We want to see that guy win. That's the atmosphere. But from my
no, I understand because even if like some of your position, like if anyone in my position, they on my team, they start cooking. I'm be happy for them, but I just know deep down, I'm like, dang, I know I'm not getting in. Like and it's like you be kind, and it's like you be like don't get me wrong. For me, it's like win first, do all that now. So I if someone's cooking and they hot or something and they have 15 in the quarter, I'm going to be happy for them. But I just know I ain't getting in that corner. So I'm going to be kind of bummed about that. So it's like, you always have to find that balance. It's like, damn, I want to get in, but like, I mean, he cooking. You got to find the balance. And it's like.
What's so funny is I don't even think I ever clapped for my teammate. Like when I was, my first 2 years, clapped. I'm in a suit. Like I'm in a suit not playing. Like that means I gotta train as hard as I possibly can in practice, in pregame warm up. You ain't playing. They put you through the fucking ring.
It's a whole workout.
Oh, what?
It's a whole workout.
I had to run bleachers when I first came in. It was like I remember we went to Denver. We're in Denver. I just finished working out an hour and a half. Like I'm gonna get in today. I'm gonna work out hard. Mm-hmm. I ain't playing. Who gives a fuck? So, and then I worked out hard because I didn't want the trainer to work me out because he'd be on some bullshit. Like, he was on some real bullshit. And then as soon as I got there, he wants to retrain me, and then we're gonna run up, up and downs 20 times. And I sat there and said, for what? For what? What the fuck do I need to do all this fucking running and training for to put on my fucking suit? I'm done. I'm done. You can say what you want. What are they gonna do? Keep me on the bench longer? I'm done. I quit. I'm out. I'm not working with you no more. I'm done. Say what you want and just went to the locker room. I was over it. I was fucking over it. City after city, day after day, working my ass off to sit there and just be like, another loss. Ooh, we lost by 20. Guess who's not getting in, guys? This guy. Good luck, you three.
You got the suit on. You even know, even if you got the suit on, there's no chance you get you got a jersey on, y'all getting your ass bust. I might be able to go win, maybe get a bucket or two, show a little bit in my 2 minutes I get. You don't even get the chance. You just there's nothing you can do besides just sit there, watch this ass whooping, and keep it moving.
It was no hope. I have no. I am not clapping for you guys. Mm-hmm. What's so funny? I was so fucked up. If we was down 20 with 8 minutes left, and they cut the lead to 10,
you was mad.
What? I literally put on a heat pack. Motherfucker, I put on a heat. I started low key. You low key stress. I ain't gonna let
you look at the bench attendants. Yeah. I gotta get a heat pack. Let me get 2. Yeah. You start getting ready. Get your mind right. You I'm about to go in. Don't let me touch this rock. I'm putting it up right when I get it.
And then they come back. They come back long enough to keep me off on the bench. Damn, I would have had 5 fucking minutes. They just cut the lead to 10. Now he gonna keep playing him for the next 3 minutes. Now they gonna put me in with 48 seconds left.
That was how my first time I got in the game. It wasn't we up 5 or we down 2. The first time I got in the game, we was down 17, and it was just fuck it, let's see what happens. Yeah. So it was my beginning of the year was all right. I want to win, but if y'all losing by 20. For me, it ain't the worst. It ain't the worst. The worst case scenario, because I might be able to get some tick. Mm-hmm. But that's like the balance. It's so hard just because especially your first couple years in, where it's like you haven't proved nothing yet. You want to get in the game, but you just know you're not gonna get in the game unless it's like y'all up 20 or y'all down 20. So it's like there's no middle ground. It's either y'all busting their ass or y'all getting their ass bust, and that's when you're gonna get in. Like that was the first time I got in, and then after we played the Pelicans, and we were down 17. I got in like the third quarter, and like we brought the lead back. That's how mad I was mad as shit because I hit my first three in transition. We brought the lead all the way back. I was hype as hell. I don't know how much I had. I probably had like 5 or 6 or 7. But like for me, it felt like 20. Yes. Like I was like a plus 20 that game. So I was like, shit, I won. Yep. So we brought the lead. We got the lead back. We went up a couple and said, "Yo, Josh, come here. Take this seat." I was sitting there mad as hell. Hot. I was mad as hell.
I don't give a fuck if y'all won.
I was mad. We got the lead. Then we lost. I went back to the locker room, looked at that box score. Damn, I was a plus 17 today. Shit, I won today. I won today. Today I got I'm 1-0. I got a W today. That's how that shit is.
But that's what I said. Like, what's so funny? It's like it's a player's thing. Like you have to be a player to really understand that.
Yeah,
like, you really have to be going through it to understand that. There's a game within the game that nobody really pays attention to, but we're living it. We're the ones who's living it. That you train all summer, and that's why I said you train all summer for a skill set that you know that this is how they used me last year, so I'm gonna perfect these spots. Coming off this curl, doing all this, coming off the pick and roll, to something to happen in. That is even not your game anymore.
Yeah.
They don't put you in that one pick. You put a whole pick and roll package in.
You're talking about my whole summer, right? Oh, my God.
All of that away. Now it's like, all right, look, you're a one-on-one player and you're an up-screen player now. And you're like, I know I'm a basketball player and I get it, but I have not actually trained doing
when I tell
none
you,
of this.
Like my whole summer, it was like, all right, I'm gonna work on my handle, work on decision making, coming off ball screens, do all that. Cause like the end of my rookie year, I started have a little bit more freedom to maybe do a couple ball screens or something like that. So I was like, all right, this is how it's gonna be. So it was like that. Then summer league, then did well in summer league, and it was like, okay, let's just bring this momentum in, and then. The first week of the season, I was cooking. I had like 20, 15, 20. I was hyped. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I'm getting a bucket, you know what I mean? And then it's like, all right, hold on, wait 1 second, young fella. What we gonna need you to do is that I know you worked on ball handling all summer, but we gonna need you not worried about dribbling. Just sit in this corner, take a shot when you open. It's like, I'm like mid-season. I can't become you can't try to be like a combo guard, making. I mean, like I said, I know I'm not going to be like a 25-point scorer. Like I know that, but it's like.
But you should have that mentality.
No, you have that mentality, but then it's like, all right, you work your ass off doing all that, and then it's like, all right, hold on, we gonna need you to do this role mid-season. It's like I can't do this. So you take the aggressive. You take like for me, I'm a junkyard dog, but then it's like you have a junkyard dog. You put the junkyard dog on the leash. What's the point of having him? You know what I mean? Like you're not as aggressive, and then it's like you can't like mid-season. Like mid-season, you can't try to be a combo guard, and then mid-season turn into a Kyle Korver. Yeah. Like you can't. So it's like you do that. So it's like you work on this role that you're gonna have the whole summer. You bust your ass the whole summer. Then it's like, all right, you get into the season, not even before the season, not a month before the season, but you get into the season, and then everything switches up, and it's like. This is like I'm not prepared for this. Like I ain't think I worked on it. I worked my ass off on all this summer. Now it's like all right. Now it's just kind of like do this.
And then the analytics say, yeah. So this is how he's been shooting. Blah blah blah. Not realizing. Wait, hold on. This is not fucking black and white.
Oh man,
this game. This is like. I've gotten better as a player from last year to this year, but they're not playing me in that realm of me getting better. They actually push me over here, and this is my first year in this position. Like, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is new to me, so I'm literally being a whole new person for the first time in this realm.
Because at no other level, that really doesn't ever happen.
It's literally like
high school, AAU, college, wherever.
So for a basketball player, like, if you're used to the ball and making all your decisions off the ball, and they're like, all right, we're going to take you off the ball. That's literally like being a quarterback.
Then having to play running
and then going to NBA, get NFL and say, all right, you're a running back or receiver.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
It's like, like, that's how my shit was. I felt like I was a rookie again this year. Like, if you look at my rookie stats and my second year stats, they just about identical. I'm like, in my mind this year, I'm like, all right, my whole role is a little bit different. Like, I felt like I was a rookie again because I'm like, I got it. All right, now I got to do this because my role this year is totally different from last year. And then it's like, shit, say whatever happens next year, it's like I might have a different role. So it's like all right.
That's when you call the coach, hey, listen, what should I be training on?
Yeah, that's what I'm like, yo, it's
that's what I said.
It's weird, man.
It's one of those things where it is weird because it's like you really don't, because as a basketball player, you have taken the next step, but if you're put in a role,
you can't show it.
You can't show it. So you really do take steps back. So like that's what I said. Like if you look at, like I always kept telling, with Zion, no matter how freakish of an athlete you are, if they don't put you where you can benefit from your skill set, trust me, you're not going to look good.
At all. Like, so say they wanted him to be a shooter. He'd be a bust.
He'd be a bust.
Just like that.
That's what I said. It's like, so I'm looking at like Tyreek Evans, right? When Tyreek Evans came in the NBA, 25-5.
Bucket.
25-5 as a point guard. Just so people can see like how quick someone's game will just be vanished. 25-5. That summer, they paid Ulrich, right? Make him the point guard. If Tyreek averaged 25-5 as a 2-guard, woo!
Yeah. But that's
not knowing like, well, he can't shoot. That's not his game. His game is off the dribble creating. Next year, 17, 5-5.
Yep.
The next year,
it go down.
16, 3-4.
You have all to do it.
15, 4. Like his whole game just depleted all because you switched his position.
Yeah, and then like you said, like you think, oh, he can do this at the 2-guard. Like you got a whole bunch of people that never hooped before, doing all the analytics and bullshit. They never hooped before, trying to tell us what to do. Like we've trained our whole life. We adults. We try to we professional about it. Bust our ass, work out, do all that. And you telling me this dude that's 45 that never played, doesn't have athletic bone in his body, gonna tell me how to play basketball? Like that's so like that's like someone right here like someone that never did a podcast, someone that works a 9 to 5 that walks in and be like, all right guys, this is what y'all gonna do. It's like, what are you gonna tell me that I don't know already? Oh, that I'm not working on already. What are you gonna tell me? That's
like, I listen to all kind of podcasts.
Yeah.
Like
I went to school for this. Like I was a communication major. I don't care what you are, but if you won't do this shit on a daily basis, like you're not gonna like you can't do. But now it's all analytics.
That's what I'm saying. But the analytics, that's what I said. The analytics are actually wrong. Like they're going off wrong basis. Like if you ask the hooper, someone who actually played the game, studied the game, Kyrie, like you're a shooting guard first, point guard second. Yep. Your passing comes from
you being aggressive.
You being aggressive. Now, if I take you out of this role and make you a point guard, pure point, would you be effective? Analytics would say yes. That court would say no. Because if you're a tiger and you're used to playing like a tiger, and I say, all right, here's a cage. Play within this cage. Like,
yeah. So,
like, all right. Like, what do you really want me to do? Like, I don't really know how this is supposed to fucking work. Like, I can't get out in my dash. I can't chase some shit down. Like, I'm walking now.
Motherfucker look at you in the cage like, yo, it's your turn. All right. All right, I'm good.
I'm good. Like
that's really what you wanted?
Same thing with LeBron. If you put LeBron as a natural 3-man and had him coming off down screens and corner pins down, he wouldn't play the same.
No.
Like, so the analytics of what everyone's talking about are wrong. They're not right.
If you saw, like, on paper, it's like, if you looked at, like, Philly should be, on paper, Philly should come out the East.
Yes.
You got Tobias, you got Joel, Ben, JJ Redick, Jimmy. Like, they should be coming out the East. But, like, that's not just because things work out on paper. Like, dog, that court is a whole different. That's a whole different monster. Like, it's not on the court. It's not about numbers and papers and we think you this percent here. Like, that's not how that shit work.
Listen, analytics said Boston was going to be great. Analytics, this is going to be great. That, like, I don't know what the fuck calculations y'all are calculating, but NBA is still matchups too. So depending on how you match up, really depends on something. So like Philly, they couldn't get past Toronto. But they would have been a great matchup against Milwaukee because they have 7-footers who can guard that was mobile.
Yeah.
You know, so you can literally have put Ben Simmons on Greek to stop Greek from running full court, and then have Tobias or what's the name sitting down low waiting for him.
Yeah, and then you
Toronto
have Joel being able to go out and guard Brook on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Like,
So but those are the matchups. So Philly can't beat Toronto, but Philly can beat Milwaukee, but Milwaukee can beat Toronto.
Yeah, and then Milwaukee goes to the finals like, Philly was there. Like,
Like,
nah.
But analytics don't tell you none of that.
Nah.
Yeah, and I think you've said that before. It's you put something on paper that's not always going to work out to the way that you would
They
say.
rarely ever do.
Yeah, you would anticipate that. But, you talk about analytics. I think you can't measure someone's heart in their intelligence, in their IQ.
I mean,
That's why I don't. That's what analytics need to do. Y'all
measure that.
If analytics want to do something, analyze lottery picks. Like, analyze that. Like, the lottery picks. The 13 players that are being picked, the probability of them making all-star games and being superstars versus what they actually do.
Yeah.
So, no offense to this person, but when they came out with the most overrated list, and they had Draymond Green on there, and I'm like, well, he's a second rounder, 3-time All-Star, 4-time All-Star champ. I don't know how he becomes overrated. Then you got one guy who averaged 3 triple-doubles. I don't know how that's overrated. Overrated means someone picked
that was supposed to be
this, and they haven't lived up to it. So the only person it's Andrew Wiggins. You're a number 1 pick. You have not made an All-Star game. You have not made an All-NBA. That is what you would consider overrated. You're overrated to the where you were drafted at. It's not about the recognition, like, they don't value this player.
Yeah.
No, where you were drafted at dictates if you're going to be overrated or underrated. So analytics needs to basically take, in the last 20, 30 years, take all the lottery picks and
see how they pan out. Yeah.
And spit out something. So, because if it says out of these 13 players, only 2 would be all-stars, but there's going to be 7 all-stars in this draft class, that means there's 5 guys that you cannot see their talent.
Yeah.
Why?
I would say this, so situational, Josh, where you were drafted with 30th overall, right? So that is kind of the perfect combination of they're not expecting me to be what a top 3 pick would be. So the ceiling for me is way up here. I can just kind of keep proving myself at all times. So I know financially it's great to go higher in the draft. Of course, you guys both know that. But when the expectations for me are at a level that maybe I'm not ready to. If you're 19 or 20 years old and you're trying to be the face of the franchise and the savior and all that, it might be better to be later in the draft. And I can come in and establish myself right away.
No, but
and I'll just have a better career that way.
It's like they're not seeing the actual talent. Yeah. Because if I take my class, the all-stars in our draft was Paul Gasol, number 3, Paul Gasol, number 3, 11, Joe Johnson, Tony Parker, 28, me, 31. Mm-hmm. Like, that's literally the all-stars from my draft class.
But you were, in that sense, underrated.
Yeah, me, Tony Parker, we would consider underrated.
Right. Mm-hmm. So that also, immediately, you come in, you have a chip on your shoulder. Some guys might might kill their confidence, but for other guys, that can propel them.
No, but I'm
to
just saying,
career.
like, no, compared to the draft, like, no, it says on the thing, best one-on-one player in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, look, I know that. Mm-hmm. Like, we done been through the workouts.
You ain't telling me shit. I don't know.
Like Brandon Roy.
Yeah. Oh, bucket.
Did you see his draft rap sheet?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Best player in the draft, likely to win Rookie of the Year. Goes 7.
Mm-hmm. It's like, how does this match up?
That's what I said. It's like most of these guys never played the game like that. So when they're picking people, they have no idea what they're picking. No idea. Just pick people.
I just looked it up. Also, don't forget Tyson Chandler and Zach Randolph in your draft. Also All-Stars.
My boy T.Y.
When did Tyson Chandler make an All-Star game?
2013.
Yeah, T.Y. was an All-Star.
Tyson Chandler?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What year? 2013?
2013.
We got 2013. Wait, hold on.
Look it right here.
That was when he was in New Orleans.
Defensive Player of the Year 2012. He was all
that was New Orleans, right?
Team. That was
2013.
That was Dallas.
I was in Dallas.
12 years later?
Actually, he was in New York.
That was in New York.
I'm sorry.
Hey, good for him.
I'm sorry.
That's my guy.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, think about it. Like, we got drafted in 2001. So, like, I was done. That's what I said. I wouldn't know that because I was done paying attention to the NBA at that point. Like, 2013, I wasn't paying attention to 2000. Like, that's what I said. It's like, wait, he didn't make it when I was paying attention to it.
We did it, remember.
Okay, all right, my bad. My fault.
But last thing I wanted to ask Josh about, so you're entering your 3rd year, mm-hmm. which is a big year for a lot of guys because we said that rookie season, so many things happen so fast. You just want to find out you can make it.
Yeah.
And that 2nd year, teams know who you are. They've scouted you, so you're more established. But that 3rd year is mm-hmm. really where you can make that leap. Where are you at in approaching that?
I mean, for us, it's just it's so hard just because last year it was just like this time last season I was like, I know, or that this off season I should say, I knew I was like, I'm gonna get better at these things, and then I got better at those things. I became I thought I was a better player between this year, my 2nd year, my 1st year, but it was like, okay, kind of what we talked to earlier. It's like I couldn't show what I got better at. So if you look at my numbers, it looks like I'm exactly the same. Mm-hmm. So, and it was like I was told not to do certain things. I'm just sitting there. I'm like that's my game. Like I'm not supposed to do these things. So it's like how do you want me to play? You know what I mean? So it's like now it's like for us it's such a toss up just because obviously you have the LeBron factor. So it's like it's like the win now, but it's like I don't know if I'm going to be starting. I don't know if they're going to bring in an all-star 2 guard. And it's like I don't know. We just got a new coach. I don't know what he's gonna have my role being. So it was like my 1st year, towards like the second half of the season when I was like actually hooping. It was like I go in, play well defensively, rebound, and offensively, make when I had the opportunity to make plays, do all that kind of thing. But then last year it was like okay, go in, play good defense, rebound, and then if you happen to touch the ball, knock down the shot. But if you don't have an open shot, don't just kick it out. So it's like okay, it's a totally different role. And then we gonna wrap after this podcast. And then but now it's like new coach. We have 6 players on the roster. Like we're probably gonna bring in some vets. So it's like I have no idea what my role is going to be. First, it was like, okay, try to be, a solid two-way player. And then to last year, it was like, okay, try to be a 3-and-D guy. And now this year, it's like question marks. So I'm just like, and I don't think I'm the only one in the young core boat with that, just because, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say Bron being here with a negative effect, you know what I mean? Because I was either a great player, great person, but it's like there's just so much uncertainty. So it's like I could bust my ass trying to be Gilbert Arenas this summer and just have my one-on-one game just explode this summer, and then next season it's like I try to be JJ Redick. Yeah. And it's like for me it's like I'm gonna just try to just be solid overall and just try to work on my overall game, but it's like I have no idea what my role is going to be. That's the frustration aspect of it.
Yeah,
it's like,
watching Gil listen to this, that there's just so much uncertainty right there. So many question marks.
And that's when I first came in and I got spooked, and I'm just sitting there just not knowing, like, okay, I'm on the bench, like, this is miserable. I should have stayed in college. Go through the doubts. So I started watching highlight tapes of myself. Like my
you ain't never lie.
Yeah. Ronnie Tension, the assistant coach in Arizona when I was there, sends me, this is you. I'm like, all right. Like, yeah. Don't jump. Like, don't jump. Oh yeah, I'm a bat. And then you take yourself to the gym and you start working and remembering. So what I started doing in practice was like, they'll call a play. I get the ball flat, 1-4 flat. Mm-hmm. Like, wait, what? Ain't no 1-4 flat. I have a mismatch. Uh-huh. I like he's the big man sticking me. Why? What do you want me to do? Like, if you have a big guy on you, pass it to the big man down there. He has a guard on him.
Yeah. No, it's the same.
Wait a minute. That is
stupid.
Go
either way with this one.
No, but that's what I said. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. That is stupid. Because if I pass him the ball, they're gonna double
him. Yeah,
it's gonna go that way. It's gonna come to me. I'm gonna swing it, and there's a shot in the corner. 10 seconds. One-on-one right here. 3 seconds. If I get past him, which I am, because he's the big, the shot blockers now is a guard.
Yeah, and then if he steps up, you have the
lob
tap off. If he doesn't, then you just got to dunk.
So I said, why would I? I have a mismatch, 1-4 flat.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna keep calling it as long as they keep doing this. So I started 1-4 flat in practice. So in the game,
you got it 1-4 flat.
I see the mismatch. You can already see it. Like, God damn it, 1-4 flat. In the middle of the play, we'll be running the 1-4 flat. Boom, score. It's like, as long as it worked, they couldn't really do anything.
Yeah.
As long as okay.
If it didn't work,
it's working. Okay, it's working. Now, have you noticed on switches, they don't even look at the big man anymore. They don't even look at the big. They don't even look for the big. It's like, because the person who does have the advantage is the guard, because he has foot speed.
Yeah. Especially if you have, say you got two shooters on the wing. So it's like, all right, say, I forgot who was the shooters on your team. You had you, Karan,
Antoine. We had Deshaun
Stevenson. Who was the light skinned dude? You had Antonio Daniels.
Antonio Daniels. Yeah.
But it's like, say you had like Antoine Jameson on the wing. So it's like, all right, if I drive, if his man comes all the way in, that's a 3. So it's like, all right, you can't help on the wings because I got knockdown shooters there. So if I'm eventually I'm gonna break my man down and get past him. Then it's like, all right, 5 seconds. Then it's just a read. Then it's just a lob to the rim, a layup, or someone helps all the way in from the corner. You have a knockdown, dude at the corner. That's just how it is now.
I was more selfish than you. So there was no corner guy. I made sure everyone was at the baseline, so there's no option to pass. There's no option, so there's not going to be a guy that flinches, and I'm like, God damn it, I got to give it to you. Like, there's no option to that. It's 1-4 flat. I want him to know there's no help.
Yeah, it's the island.
I'm shooting this shot no matter what, because I'm forced to shoot
going up.
This shit is going up.
See this, Josh? This is the mindset. When that 10-year-old Josh was watching you.
But you got to remember, that is the mindset you have to go with.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Lakers, Philly, Toronto, Golden State, you're going to be put in so many different roles that if you don't say, wait a minute, hold on, I know my role, and no matter what city I go, they're bringing me in because of my role. Yeah. Not a role they want me to fit. Like Lou Williams. I'm pretty sure he probably thought he was out of league at one point. You know, going from city to city. But at the end of the day, there's one coach that's like, you know what, Lou, hey, I can use you. Come on over here to the Clippers. Don't worry, you have a job. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like from 1 year here, from 1 year, half a year, and then one guy's like, nah, that's the skill set I need. I need that off the bench guy who can only see the rim.
Yeah, just go get a bucket.
Just go get a bucket. I got no one that can get a bucket on this team, but you are. You're going to play in the fourth quarter. You're going to be Ginobili. I need you to finish games, and that's what his role. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that was Austin Rivers' role too, but Lou did it better.
Yeah, but he couldn't do it like Lou.
Yeah, that's what I said. Lou did it not much better, much efficient. So it was like, you can't have two people doing the same thing. You know, so it's.
But the point is when your number is called, be ready.
But that's what I said. But you gotta do what you do best. You have to play to your strengths. Like that's what I said. It's like instead of asking the coach what role you want me to be, because you got to remember that role might be for your weaknesses. Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like you want to play to your strength. Like let him see day after day, practice after practice, what you do good. So he knows, he understands your game instead of saying, all right, I want you to go out there. You look like a great defensive player. Defense, rebounds, run the floor. Am I fucking show pony here? This is track and field. This is like a football combine. You just want me to fucking put on some tights and just run up and down? What the fuck is this? I can shoot, I can score, I can hoop, I can actually dunk, believe it or not. Like, just let me play basketball here. Like this. That's what I said. Like, if the coach has never actually played the game at a high level, he fucking shouldn't be coaching because he doesn't know the talent on a day-to-day basis. He just knows stats.
Or they'll learn.
Hey, put it like this. If Stephen A. Smith and all those analysts were actually right about the stuff they say, they will be sports bettors and making a lot of money.
More money, right?
But they're not.
That's pretty good money, but
they're not because they're always wrong.
They just like to give takes. Big difference with being
you're right.
Not accurate.
I guess it's more of like the clickbait, you know, headlines versus actual knowledge.
Yeah. We don't have to listen to that, but man, Josh, this whole thing is cool. I got to say, coming from Maryland to LA, full circle.
Yeah,
the young kid that you were.
Enjoy it.
Oh, I will do, man. Will do.
You gotta it's you know, like looking back on it, you have to find time. But you know, because you come in older, you have more of a mature mindset than you know, usually the guys that come in at 17 because you've been around LeBron. He's still probably goofy as hell. Yeah. And when the cameras is on, it forces him to be an adult. But you know, usually the mindset we come in is the same mindset it is when we leave. Yeah. You know, unless someone is forcing us to actually age. Yeah. You know, so it's like right now, you're like, try to enjoy yourself as much as possible also. Because when it's done, and then reality hits. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, take some time to like really process what you're doing in life. Like, you know, process every trip to the gym. Yeah. Like, you know, like this ride, you know, instead of it just being like a routine, go to the gym. Like, because I was in DC, not one time did I do sightseeing.
In DC too?
Yeah.
Damn. The White House?
What? No. But whatever the memorial, the long Washington shit, the Abraham Lincoln. I like none of that. None of it. Yeah. Like it was literally just go there, focus, play on bat. Now I was in the city 8 years and don't know nothing about it. Damn. And it's like, but young fellas, like, trust me, just process it all. Like, You know, but when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you know, video games sitting there, like, you don't really, like, you know, sightseeing. That's for the older, you know.
Josh got a nice bottle of wine.
Yeah. I was like, wine? Like, hey, man, y'all some classy-ass NBA players now. We had Hypnotic when we came in. We had the Hypno when we came in. That was the shit. You was the man if you had a bottle of Hypnotic. Why?
I think times have changed, Gil.
I couldn't. When I first came in, I couldn't afford that shit anyway.
So you just carry the bottle?
No. I literally spent my whole 2 checks before I got in the NBA. Mm-hmm. I had the Escalade on the rims, the 4 TVs, the speakers and shit. I had the jewelry. You know, I blew all mine.
That was the bling bling era.
Yeah, that was the bling bling era with the long chain.
Yeah, had the H2 Hummers and all that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I spent everything. I was poor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you ain't have it and then you first get it,
I was an NBA player struggling. Like, I mean, I was on my food and meals came from the plane. Like, so I was taking the fruit off the plane, all the food off the plane, and that was my meals. Unless the team, like, back then, the opposing team didn't have food for you back then.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that wasn't. Nah, there was none of that. Nah, it was none of that good shit right there. A whole little buffet. Like, this some classy shit that y'all a good ass organization. This is what y'all give the opposing team.
And those are rough days back
then.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was rough. Like, come on, the Clippers didn't have. They didn't have a. They have a practice gym now?
Yeah.
They got that 2010?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to be at the Spectrum Club.
Huh?
The Spectrum Club.
So really think about that, like
Equinox.
Yeah.
Let's take all the business side of it, right? Mm-hmm. Take the business out of it, and just say, as a hooper, you don't have your own practice facility, right? Mm-hmm. But you're an NBA player. How are you getting better?
That's true.
If the only practice facility you have access to is the Spectrum Club where everyone
24
else
hours,
is.
24 fitness.
If Curry and all these guys are sitting in gyms working out, and you have an organization like the Clippers that didn't have their own gym, what do you actually expect?
Yeah, about to say, would y'all expect to win? Or y'all just...
that's what I said. What do you expect? What do you expect from this organization and these players? Like,
either
what you got is what, like that's exactly what you got.
Yeah, either your career fell off or you left.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But think about it. It was like you have, you're talking about the Quentin Richardsons. You're talking about Lamar Odoms. You have Corey Maggotti's, Elton Brand. You have these top players in your organization that you're drafting, but you don't have a place for them when they get bored, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bored, go to the gym. I'm excited, go to the gym. Woo! Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, most of us we'll consider impulsive. Like, watch a game, you watch a guy get off. Damn, Steph hit three threes back to back. 7.5. Damn, let me go to the gym. Maybe I'm going to the gym. You know what I mean? And that, now it's like, I don't want to go to the Spectrum Club. Old man Bob gonna be sitting there talking. It's like, so how did you expect that organization to get better? But it's just like little things that from the outside you just don't see.
Yeah, I see it.
And the game has changed. So, Josh, thanks for coming through.
I appreciate it.
Should have brought a notebook with all this knowledge.
Man, look, you can play go in there, bust your ass in summer, and bust their ass in what's the name? Everybody fight positions here.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Hey, tell LeBron I'm coming after your spot. Gotta tell him. Man? I mean, that's the only way you make each other better anyway. You know what I mean? It's like Chucky Atkins used to come from my spot every day.
Didn't get it, but he came for it.
He just he was that guy that just wanted to push everybody to get better. So it's like, he was that guy that just kept poking. Don't let him hit 2 shots on you and you just fucking around. He get to brag and talk. Yeah, it's like Lance Stevenson. Woo! Oh, he's fucking Lance. 2.0. Like, you get to talk and now it forces you to actually
actually hoop.
Yeah. All right.
All right, cool.
This is another white man bracelet?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm not even gonna talk about you shot the couch for that hoodie.
Yeah, I don't
know what that is.
I got because they can only see the top, and then I got basketball bottoms. Got my tights on because I got to go to workout after this.
You came after what I wore last week, but that is like the curtain or the.
I bought this from the mall.
Pattern from the
mall.
The mall.
It's like some straight up wallpaper.
Yeah, you should see this white man outfit sometime.
Teach you a few things. All right.